Hey guys!
As you can see, I am not dead.
Today we're going to be making some easy oven baked potatoes. It's really simple for brunch, lunch with a side salad. Really easy and super delicious. So let's get on with the recipe. Alright, so we are going to be needing some basic ingredients that you can find at any grocery store. Here I have some milk, an onion, tomato sauce, butter, cheddar cheese, mozzarella cheese, minced chicken, and whole potatoes. Okay, so to bake the potatoes, we're going to need a bit of aluminum foil. This is going to help it to bake evenly. So I have 3 potatoes, so I'm going to use 3 sheets of aluminum foil. Each potato, I'm going to poke holes on them. So I'll finish this up with all of them. You don't need to poke the whole way, just a bit so that it can cook even as well. Now I'm going to just drizzle some olive oil and put a bit of spices onto the potatoes. So I'm just going to drizzle all of them at once. Be generous, you don't need to drizzle a little bit. And that's it. Next is the salt. I like to put a lot of salt in my potato, doesn't become seasonless. Last one, and that's it. Garlic powder, just for an extra taste. Just a little bit so it's not overpowering. Lastly, I'm going to put some pepper. This is a 5 different type of pepper, but you can use normal black pepper also, it's fine. Here there's like pink pepper, white pepper, and black pepper. Okay, now we're gonna just wrap the potato. Just as this, really simple. Do the same to all of them. And then it goes into the oven until it's cooked completely. The time that it takes to cook is really gonna depend on the size of your potato. I have my oven preheated to 200 degrees Celsius and I'm gonna put these in. I'm going to check in around 30 minutes. While we have the potatoes in there cooking, I'm going to be making the minced meat, which I'm going to put on the top. I'm going to first just put the minced meat here to cook off the water, and then I'm going to add the spices and the onion. And now we're going to cover it. Meanwhile, we're gonna get on cutting the onions. So I'm just going to use half an onion because I don't want the onion to be so overpowering. But if you want to use the whole thing, you can. I'm going to make it into cubes. Once in the middle. Trying to make it as thin as possible. Right, now there's no water left, so I'm just crushing the big pieces. Okay, now's the time we're going to add the olive oil, a good drizzle, and we're going to put the onions and let this cook. After a few minutes, okay, can we start again? Today we're going to be making.
I'm just kidding.
After a few minutes, the onions will have been softened and it would look like this. And that's when we add the tomato pulp. So now we're going to add the tomato pulp. I have here my mini wooden spoon to make sure I get every bit out. For the dried spices, I'm going to be really simple. Salt, garlic powder, and some pepper. Bit of salt, garlic powder, and pepper. Give this a mix and let it cook for an extra 2 minutes. Okay, so my minced meat is now done and this is how it looks like. If you feel like you need more ketchup, then feel free to add. I think this is perfect how it is. Potatoes are done. They took around 45 to 50 minutes. Now I'm going to open them. They're still hot. So I'm just going to wait a bit for it to cool just a tiny bit down so it's easier for me to handle and I don't burn my hands.
Ow! I burned my hand!
You don't go the whole way through because we just want to open a bit the top so we can put the minced chicken and cheese. Now we're going to try and scoop the potato. Ooh, it's really hot. So here I have a bowl, which I'm going to put. So now I've already finished scooping out the inside of the potatoes and now I'm just going to season it. With the same seasoning as I had used throughout the whole recipe, salt, garlic powder, and the peppers. Last but not least, I am going to put a bit of butter on each side of the potato. Oopsies, they joined. One's for one side, one's the other. I'm going to mash it. Try and mash as best as you can. Alright, it's time to assemble this baked potato. First, we're going to put the mashed mixture inside each potato, and then I'm going to do to all of them, and then I'm going to tell what we're going to do next. I'm not going to fill it completely as there's still the minced chicken and the cheese. Now on to the next. Next up, we have the chicken. So we're also going to be generous, put a nice big scoop on the top. Next one. It's time to sprinkle. I'm going to be what? I thought that was a joke.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Come on, you guys know I was just kidding, right?
Now it's time to sprinkle some cheese. I'm going to be using mozzarella cheese and cheddar cheese, but you can use whatever cheese you like. So if you're a cheese lover like me, I mean, just go ahead and put as much as you want. You don't need to be stingy with the cheese. I'm first going to be putting the mozzarella on all of them, and then I'll put the cheddar. And the last big handful of cheese. Now onto the cheddar cheese. Cheddar cheese is my favorite cheese. It just melts so well and gives such a nice golden color. Right, mountains of cheese, and we are done. Into the oven we go. When you remove the baked potatoes from the oven, don't turn on the oven. It's the same temperature and all, just to melt the cheese. So let's go and put these in the oven. Okay, so now we're going to be plating. I took one potato out. I'm going to use a spatula so I can carry it and not break. And now gently we are going to put it on the plate. Uh-oh. There we go. Here we have our baked potato already served and ready to eat. And now, that's it, enjoy! If you enjoy my recipes like this, then make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll be posting more easy recipes that you can have as brunch, meals, all these sorts of things. And also, if you have a sweet tooth. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.